but the power of the subconscious mind touched by faith. Any individual can tap into the greatest discovery of the 19th century was not in the realm of the physical sciences, but the power of the subconscious mind touched by faith. Any individual can tap into an eternal reservoir of power that will enable them to overcome any problem that may arise. All weaknesses can be overcome. Bodily healing, financial independence, spiritual awakening, prosperity beyond your wildest dreams. This is the superstructure of happiness by William James. Welcome to day one. My name is Vishnu Lakiani, and I'm going to be your guide and your teacher on this 28-day journey to take you into the most advanced trainings developed by the legendary mind pioneer, Jose Silva. Let me just share with you a little bit about that quote I read earlier. That quote was by William James. Now, William James was the guy known as the father of American psychology. He was one of the most incredible minds of his era. But notice what he said about the power of the subconscious mind touched by faith. Indeed, that is what this program is about. What you're going to be learning in this program is essentially just that. How to activate the power of your subconscious mind touched by faith to dramatically transform every aspect of your life. Now, let's talk about meditation. Is this a meditation program? The answer is yes and no. You see, one of the things you're going to rapidly learn in this training is that there are two types of meditation. Silva called what he was teaching dynamic meditation. And remember, when Silva started teaching this in the 50s and the 60s, meditation wasn't a thing. In America, it was viewed as something from the East. It was viewed as weird or taboo. Today, as of last year, according to the book Altered Traits, 44% of American Fortune 100 companies offer meditation training to their employees. But back then in the 50s and 60s, meditation was just too bizarre a topic for Silva to associate himself with. So this is a meditation program, but the style of meditation that you're going to learn is extremely different. Juan Silva, Jose's brother, called this dynamic meditation. You see, it's not about clearing your mind. It's not about focusing on your breath. Rather, it's about using your mind to deliberately look at problems that you might be experiencing in life and make those problems disappear. And it's about using your mind to create new evolutions of your life so you can make the planet better off for every living creature. This is the essence of dynamic meditation. What you're learning is essentially a style of meditation that originated in the West on the Texas-Mexican border. So there is ancient Indian meditation, ancient Chinese meditation, and then I guess you could call this Tex-Mex meditation. But I'm kidding, of course. This meditation is one of the most powerful tools you can apply to the modern Western world because we no longer live in an era where we have the time to sit under a tree or a cave and become a hermit. We live in an era of smartphones, of incredible technology that permeates our world. We live in a world where we have a focus, we have a mission, we have a career, we have a job, and all of us are busy beyond belief. Dynamic meditation is not a style that tells you to spend countless hours in endless introspection. Rather, it's about embracing this busy creative world we are in, embracing the idea that you have a job, that you are a mom or a dad, that you have a busy social life, and using your inner states to magnify your joy, your bliss, your freedom in all of these different structures of your life. It makes you better at work. It doesn't distract from your work. It makes you better at your relationships without taking time away. Dynamic meditation is different from passive meditation. It's not just about going within. Rather, it's about going within to use the spiritual forces within us to help us mold, heal, and craft our outer world. It makes you better at your job. It unleashes your intuition so you have more inspiration and creative ability in your work. It allows you to solve problems rapidly so your world, your career, your relationship, your family, your life becomes more joyful, more blissful, and more aligned with your biggest dreams for yourself. So this is the difference between passive meditation and dynamic meditation. Now, Emily Fletcher, the meditation teacher on Mind Valley, puts it this way. The point of meditation is not to get good at meditation. The point of meditation is to get good at life. Please remember this, because what you're going to learn in this program is not about getting you better at meditation. It's about getting you better at being you, at life. And so the tools here are not going to ask you to shut down your thoughts or focus on your heartbeat or your breathing. Rather, you're going to pick every thought that might be a thought that excites you, maybe a goal or a vision, or a thought that disturbs you, a problem or a stress in your life. And you're going to do something with that. You're going to heal the problems and stresses, and you're going to magnify the vision so you move faster towards them. This is how dynamic meditation is different. Many entrepreneurs, people who are highly creative, who have an active mind, who have not been able to meditate through passive techniques or just given up out of boredom, say that this is the style of meditation that resonates with them most. So, let's get you prepared. Now, I want you to just sit in your chair or wherever you are right now and just pay attention to your body. What do you feel? Odds are, if you're like most people, as soon as I ask you to sit still and pay attention to your body, you're going to start feeling a little bit uncomfortable. There'll be that little thing on your shirt that kind of annoys you. There might be an itch. Well, the good news is, when it comes to dynamic meditation, you do not have to sit still. This is what I love about the Silver program. If you have an itch, go ahead and scratch the damn thing. Even if you're in the midst of the centering exercise, which I'm about to lead you through, feel free to move your hands, to move your legs around, to scratch and itch, to change your posture midstream. It is not going to break your meditation. Now, some of you, as I guide you through the meditation exercises, might fall asleep. What I want you to do if you fall asleep is, firstly, don't beat yourself up about it, but the next time you do the exercise, create more of a sense of discomfort. You see, when you fall asleep, what's happening is your brain is going too deep. It's going into the theta level of mind, and you've not been trained to stay awake at theta yet. You will before the end of this course, but when you start, you might not be. So as you get the theta level of mind, what often happens is your neck drops and you drift off to sleep. There's a very simple solution, and that is to create a mild form of discomfort. So if you're meditating, definitely don't try meditating flat on your back. You might sit up straight. By creating that mild sense of discomfort and not being too relaxed, you prevent yourself from falling asleep. This is also why some people meditate cross-legged. Sitting cross-legged is not the most comfortable position, but that mild sense of discomfort keeps you awake. So it's really simple. If you're falling asleep, don't judge yourself. Don't label yourself as a person who falls asleep during meditation. Instead, just create a mild sense of discomfort. Cross your feet. Put your hands in a different position. Maybe sit up straight. That mild sense of discomfort will balance out the depth and the sleepiness that might hit you if you go into deep theta levels of mind. And boom, the problem is solved. So as you go through this program, I want you to not think of any problem as a problem. Any type of problem is going to be considered a project for you to solve. You keep falling asleep, don't worry about that. Do not label yourself as sleepy. Rather, go, okay, that's a problem. I'm going to solve it by adjusting my posture to create a mild sense of discomfort, like Vishen said, so I stay awake. This is going to be a powerful attitude to have throughout this entire program. So, as we go to day one, what's going to happen now is I'm going to guide you through the first meditation of this program, and it's called the short relaxation exercise. Let me tell you what's going to happen in this meditation. As we get started with this meditation, please note that the alpha beats will be playing to help guide your brain to the right frequency to enter your center level. Firstly, we're going to establish a trigger. Have you ever seen those hypnosis shows where the hypnotist hypnotizes a person and then implants a trigger? Like when he says the word kawabanga, they're going to think they are a ninja turtle, for example, right? Well, that's implanting a trigger in your subconscious. We're going to implant a trigger in you, but you are not going to be in a hypnotized state. You're going to be fully awake. It's just that through repetition, this trigger is going to start meaning something in your subconscious. And every time you follow this trigger, you will rapidly go to deep alpha levels of mind. Now, the first time you do this, I will have to guide you into alpha, and that process may take as long as 10 minutes. But by the time you're done on day 28, you'll be able to sync to alpha in less than 30 seconds. Think about how powerful that's going to be. So the trigger is this. You're going to see the number 3 times, then the number 2 3 times, then the number 1 3 times. Think of it as the 3, 2, 1 trigger. So I'm going to ask you to visualize the number 3 times. Now, have you ever seen those old movies that start with a countdown? You could see the number 3 on a giant movie screen with that spinning dial. 3, 3, 3. Or you could see it in bright neon lights. Or you could see maybe your baby daughter holding up a piece of paper with the number 3 written in crayons. It doesn't matter how you see it. It is the symbolism of the number 3 that's going to be the first part of this trigger. So you're going to see the number 3 times, and that is going to get your body to relax physically, meaning bodily relaxation. Then you're going to see the number 2 3 times. That's going to help your mind relax. And then you're going to see the number 1 3 times, and that is going to get you to your alpha level or your center, the center frequency where all the magic and fun of silver is going to be taking place. First thing we're going to do in the short relaxation exercise is establish the trigger. Now, I'm going to start by establishing the trigger 3, 3, 3, the first part of the trigger, and then teaching your body how to relax physically. So after we have you see the number 3 times, I'm going to guide you on a head to toe relaxation. This is going to take around 7 to 8 minutes. And by the end of it, you are going to feel so relaxed. Some of you might not even feel your feet. This is normal. And it simply means that you've hit a state of incredible relaxation. This state is remarkable for your body because all stress melts away. I'm then going to implant the 222 trigger and take you to a place of mental relaxation. I'm going to ask you to imagine a beautiful place where you just feel relaxed. It could be a field. It could be a mountaintop. It could be a forest. It could be a beach, but it's some place where you feel safe and relaxed. That signifies mental relaxation. I'm then going to give you the 111 countdown, and that's going to get you to your center. We'll then spend a few minutes at your center, and we'll come right back up. So being able to dip into your center frequency and then come right back up is a skill, and it's a skill that you can learn rapidly. As we go through this program, we're going to be programming this into you. So the first time you do it, if you've never meditated before, it will take 10 minutes. But as we get better at this, by day 28, you'll be able to get here in 30 seconds using the 3, 2, 1 trigger. Now, at the end of the exercise, I'm going to count you awake, and we're going to do a 1 to 5 count up so that you awake. So 3 to 1 gets you to your alpha level. 1 to 5 makes you wide awake again so you can go back to whatever amazing life you lead. Okay, so now let's get started with the short relaxation exercise. Remember the rules. Find a comfortable position, but not too comfortable that you fall asleep. Sit up straight. Feel free to cross your legs or not, and put your hands wherever you feel comfortable. Every time we talk about meditation, people tend to bring back images of saints or sages. And you know what? You can follow that style if it means something to you, but you can also simply sit in a chair with your arms on your knees, as what I'm doing right now. The choice is yours. This is a mental state, not a physical state. So at this point, you want to make sure that you're not going to be interrupted for at least 15 minutes, and we will begin.